Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Welcome. So, by the title, yes, I have quit social media for 5 months. But I kind of want to round it to 6 months, but technically it's 5 months. So, yes, I have been off social media for 5 months. And this is what happened. What happened was I got closer to God, more closer to God, excuse me, because I gave my life to Christ April 2021. But if anything, I got so much more closer to God that I am blessed. I am blessed. But along with getting closer to God, there were other things I had to face as well. Number one, I got called out of my wait. First of all, let me start off. Y'all don't even know like the months. So the first 3 months of June, July, and August this year, I was on a social media fast. And then September, October, that's 5 months. But November 8th is going to be 6 months. So I'm going to start from June to August. June to August, I was dealing with being unemployed because God called me out of my job April of this year. So I've been called out of my 9 to 5. I had to go through so much spiritual warfare there, but I'm grateful and blessed that God called me out of it. Second thing, I had to experience a passing in my family. My grandmother passed away June 28th of this year. May God rest her soul. She passed away at 98 years old. She she an amazing woman. If it wasn't for her planting the seed of God in me when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have this channel and I wouldn't be recording this video. So just her having that seed planted in me, it helped. It really helped. And when they say grandparents are so important, they are so important. And I am blessed to have had her plant that seed in me. I feel bad that I strayed away from God, and went my own way for a bit, but better late than never. I'm blessed that I came back. But the fact that the seed was planted in me, it directed me to come back to God. But I had to deal with my grandmother's passing as well. It was kind of like up and down. Another thing, basically, I got to work more on my YouTube channel. I'm actually showing my face on here. I never would have thought the day would come that I would be showing my face on YouTube. I was just gonna be like one of those faceless YouTubers that just do YouTube shorts and have people thinking maybe I'm an AI, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to show my face. But thank you to DoorDash. I said DoorDash for giving a lot of people the influence and the positive vibes to go ahead and just start our YouTube channels. She gave me the what's the term? The inspiration. Yeah, the inspiration to actually show my face. But I was doing YouTube shorts as a faceless YouTuber. But she gave me the inspiration to actually start showing my face and getting over my social anxiety that I have when I record videos. Because can't you tell I'm like nervous? But we're overcoming that. Sorry, turn my car off. I don't want it the window down too far because it's kind of windy out here. But yes, I got to work on my YouTube channel. God has exposed to me another thing He wants me to work on, so I'm in the works of doing that. It's a little bit of a minor setback on some things, but it's in the works. It's in the works. And another thing I can say is me being an introvert, not having social media basically kind of forced me to be social, to have social interactions with people in person. No more online stuff except YouTube. And I don't count YouTube as social media really. But yeah, I've been forced to like have conversations with people in person. Like when I go to the store, a DMV, gas stations, I'm forced to actually talk to people and not be the person scrolling on my phone, having my AirPods in and acting like people out here don't exist. I'm actually forced to talk to people. And I like that. I need to get out of like me being shy and everything because I've been shy for years. I'm still shy and I'm still nervous and having anxiety and everything, but it's okay. But I love that, God put me in the situation where I have to be social again. People need to be social again. So that's another thing. But overall, it's just me getting closer with God. I cut out all distractions, all distractions, and the main ones, my main two social medias I had left, they were hanging by a thread. Snapchat and Instagram. Those were literally the only ones I had. I had Twitter. I only had it for gaming purposes when I was a streamer on Twitch. Deleted it. Facebook, I deleted that years ago. Um, what else? TikTok. I didn't do well with TikTok. I probably had TikTok for a day and I literally just deleted my account. I didn't like it. I think that was like 2023. So I'm like, okay, I like Snapchat and Instagram. Um, so those were literally my only two social media platforms I had that you could find me on. So I got back on social media September. I had it planned because my birthday was September 5th. I said, I'm going to pop back on September 1st. And I believe that was on a Monday. So I'm like, that's kind of perfect to end my fast and everything. So when I got back on social media September 1st, I was like, everything's still kind of the same. Nothing changed. The 3 months I was gone, everything was the same. It was progressively getting worse. You know how Instagram is. Instagram is basically a market app at this point. It's a marketing app at this point. It's not what Instagram was when I was younger. I believe I had Instagram when I was a sophomore in high school. It's not what it is now. I mean, it's not what it was before. But what it is now, I don't like it. So when I like literally reactivated my account, I'm like, I don't think I like this too much. And the only thing I was doing on Snapchat was just posting stories. I didn't like actually post myself. I think I had like a picture of me when I went hiking. That was probably like the only picture I had in a post that was pertaining to God. That was my only two posts I had on Instagram. But I was mostly that person that posts stories, but you'll never like actually see like a picture on my profile. So I did that for all the way to September 8th. Same with Snapchat. It was nothing new. It got boring. I'm just like, God, I think I liked social media. I think I just liked not being on social media. So it was kind of a mutual agreement with God and me. And I was just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna delete it. I felt like God was just telling me to delete it. I felt like he was telling me like just leave it alone. Cause I liked what my life was the first 3 months on my fast. I didn't like what I was going through necessarily because I was experiencing grief, a lot of still spiritual warfare and everything, like ups and downs, trials and tribulations and everything. Like who isn't? You know, I was going through that, but it seemed like I heard God the most when I wasn't on social media. But I'm not saying social media is bad. We have Christian, influencers on there that's spreading the gospel as well, and I love that. But for me personally, I just felt like my time was up. Again, I had these social medias when I was in like a sophomore in high school. I've been on social media for more than like 13, 14 years. I'm like, I just want to be private at this point. I don't want social media. I don't want people to find me. I don't want people to be like, hey, that's Deja. By the way, my name is Deja. It's Deja. But yeah, I don't want people to be like, oh, that's Deja's picture. Let me, see what she's up to. Like, I don't want to be found. So I just realized I just want to be private the rest of my life. I'm 29. My younger days, I was out there. Not like that. Sorry about the wind, y'all. Not like that, but I was just like put my life out there. Every single moment, you was gonna know what I was eating. You were gonna know when I was at school. You were gonna know when I was at work. You were gonna know when I was out at a friend's, whatever. You were gonna know my story. So the fact that I did that for so many years, I'm like, I think I'm over that lifestyle. I'm like, I legit want to be private. I don't want to be found and I don't want to be bothered. So when I realized that, I was like, okay, I think I'm done with social media. So I will be uploading pictures on when I actually uploaded my literally two social medias I had. Again, it was just Instagram and Snapchat. September 8th, I was like, I'm done. I just literally didn't have a desire for it anymore. I said I'm done. So yeah, these are like pictures of me deleting it. I deleted it and I was done. And it was kind of a bittersweet thing because I'm like, this is not a fast. This is me actually deleting my channel permanently. There's no going back. And you know when when you choose to delete your social media, the social medias are like, we'll give you 30 days to see if you want to change your mind. And I'm like, it wasn't no option for me to just say no. I don't want to do that. I just want to delete it. But they give you 30 days, they give you the 30 days. They're like, you may change your mind. It's okay. You may change your mind. But I was like, no, I'm permanently deleting it. I'm not going back. So honestly, I wish I could have just took that option off, but I had to do the little 30-day trial and error thing. But it's not like I went on it anyway. I literally deleted my account and I deleted the apps, and it was hard the first day. I woke up and I was like, oh, Instagram. I'm like, oh, but when I was on my fast, I didn't do that. But when I was on my fast, I wasn't like reaching for my phone, but it literally right when I deleted it permanently, I was reaching for my phone and reaching for those apps. So it's kind of weird. Like I did it when I permanently deleted, but I didn't do it during my fast. But anyway, the main thing that happened was I got closer to God. If anything, I got closer to God during my time away from social media. I appreciate it and everything. It was a blessing. It was honestly a blessing, but I did have to experience trial and error. Everybody does. So, if I had to recommend, I would say maybe y'all should delete y'all social medias because we're not really missing out on anything. And it felt like me wanting to be on social media was me wanting to be of the world. And I'm trying to not be of the world, So I'm just like, I have to get used to the feeling of being left out. I'm not going to be keeping up with the trends. I don't know what TikTok dances are trending now. I honestly could care less because I'm at the point of my life, I'm like, if it's not helping me get closer to God, I can't worry about it. I'm just literally at that point in my life. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to raise this window up so the wind is not picking up too bad. But yeah, I'm just like, I can't worry about things like that. It's not pertaining to God. It's not helping me get closer. But it seemed like a lot of stuff was just stripping away from me. The desires of the world, things I enjoyed, they were stripping away from me. So I hope this wasn't me rambling, but it felt like it was. So yes, I quit social media for 5 months technically, but it's about to be 6 months. I quit it. What happened was I got closer with God. Number one, I got more closer with God because I gave my life to Christ April 2021. But this is like the closest I feel I have ever been with God. Because in the beginning, you go through like the lukewarm stage and everything. You're still learning the do's and the don'ts, what's accepted, what's not accepted. But this year, cutting out all the distractions, social media in particular, I felt like I was just really closer to God. The closest I have ever been to God. He's been exposing to me things he wants me to do, projects. I've like built communities with people on YouTube and these discords, followers of Christ and everything. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So I will never go back to social media. I will never go back to Instagram. I will never go back to Twitter. I will never go back to Snapchat. I will never go back to TikTok. I will never go back to Facebook. If they make a new social media, I will probably not ever delete it. I mean, I said delete it. I would not install it. If they make a new social media that's just kind of like a compilation of like a combination of everything put in one app, I'm not going on that. I'm not installing it. When I say I want to be private, I want to be private. I have been out there like in my younger days. I want to be private now. I'm 29. I want to be private. I had to open up that window a little bit. I want to be private. I don't want to be found. I don't want to be bothered. You know, I just want to keep spreading the truth on YouTube and spreading the gospel. I just want to do God's work at this point. So, if you're thinking about deleting your social media, I'm not going to say do it. Talk with God about it. Because that's what I had to do. God and I had a mutual agreement. It was kind of like we had that moment where we look at each other, we like, yeah, just let me just go ahead and delete it. It was just that kind of thing between God and me. That was just my relationship, how I have with God. It was just literally a mutual agreement. It was a mutual agreement. I did it without no hesitation. September 8th, it was done. After a 3 month social media fast, I'm like, I literally didn't miss anything. I didn't miss anything. Everything was still the same. If anything, it's slowly getting worse. But, you know, that's none of my business. What these people put out there on the internet, their lives and stuff. I just hope people are actually living in their truth and they're not living like false narratives. Because I've seen a lot of false narrative people on social media before. And you know, it's even worse when you know them in person. It's even worse when you actually know that person and they're just living a lie. But, you know, whatever. If you're on social media, I just hope you're living in your truth. I hope you are 100% authentic in everything. And if you want to delete your social media, take it with God. Ask Him. He may want you to use social media to save souls. But for me, He was like, yeah, you can just go ahead and delete yours, Deja. Just delete it. So I did. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here because I was just kind of rambling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.